In this video I'll use a layer mask to produce a splash of colour. Now it's very similar to a selected colouring, where selected colouring you usually only choose one colour, like a red, where they might pick a red bus for London and the rest of the background's grey. But in this case I'll have my splash of colour of this rainbow lorikeet, an Australian bird. So I'll right click the image and add an alpha channel. That gives me a transparency. I duplicate the image. Now with the image at the top I go to colours and desaturate. You can see the difference in desaturation with this particular image. If I go to luminosity, you'll see the difference in how it comes out. The luminosity really brings it up. So I'll leave it at that. Click OK. Now I go over to layers and I can add a layer mask, or I can right click the image and add a layer mask. So while I'm in that side I'll add the layer mask. It's a white full opacity, add. Now I go over to my paintbrush tool and you can see it's chosen as black. I've got a reasonably fuzzy brush. Now all I do now, I'll just enlarge my brush just a little and just paint over the bird. You can see the colour coming out, those beautiful colours of the feathers. You can see where he gets his name, Rainbow. So we'll use the magnifying glass so we can get in nice and close, so we don't go over the top of erasing its colours. Now if you make an error, this is why it's the beauty of a layer mask. You just change the colour back to white and paint over it. Then swing back to black and then start painting again. Now I'm using a fuzzy brush, so it just goes to the edge and it doesn't go over the edge. Now I'll speed up the video because it's quite a bit of painting here, but that's the idea of using the fuzzy brush. You can see where I just went over the top there. I'll drop that back a little, change the colour to white with the two double-ended arrows and just paint over that. You can see it brings it back to where it was. Now I'll speed up the video because there's so much to do. And there's my splash of colour. What the layer mask does, it looks through the black and white and picks the colours from underneath on the image underneath. So that's why you need the two. Now I could have used the eraser, but the layer mask allows you to recorrect any mistakes you make, because all you do then is use the arrow keys to switch back and forwards. So I'll bring that back to full size. And it's pretty, it's not close. There we go. That's our rainbow lorikeet with a splash of colour. There'll be instructions on how to do this on the website listed below in a PDF file format.